Who is the goddess that started the first living dead story in the world? In this episode, we'll explore the fascinating tale of a goddess who inspired zombie movies, and so much more. Hi everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Arzu Gokyolchu, the author of the mystery thriller novel Angel Diaries, Babylonian Spell. In these videos, we dive into topics featured in her mystery thriller novel. Today, we'll uncover the ancient roots of the zombie story, its connections to the modern world, and its influence on movies, games, novels, and more. Stay tuned until the end for a special surprise. If you're interested in mythology, ancient history, and mysteries, and you enjoy hearing different perspectives, you're in the right place. Zombies, the living dead, have existed for a very long time, in the world of media, of course. There's a zombie invasion in movies, novels, video games, and even on the agenda of the most serious institutions. But the origin of this zombie issue dates back to the ancient world. We have to go back to the era of the gods, goddesses, and dark magic. Many, many ages ago. If you're a bit patient, you'll also hear threatening words attributed to the goddess Ishtar, about how she will fill the world with the dead. Sadly, not in her own voice, though. The classic zombie, as we know it, is a corpse brought back to life by a sorcerer or magician, generally remembered in connection with Haitian or West African voodoo. Later, the zombie empowers its master. In literature, zombies are depicted as terrifying creatures that kill humans. The term zombie was first introduced into popular culture in 1929 in America by occultist William Seabrook through his book on Haitian voodoo. The modern versions of zombies, which are very popular today in television shows, movies, and video games, are quite different creatures. This new zombie, popularized by director George A. Romero's 1968 classic film Night of the Living Dead, is a reanimated corpse that feeds on human flesh, especially brains.
Night of the living dead, the dead who live on living.
Zombies are extremely popular, so popular and profitable that when you do a Google search, you'll find 318 million web pages containing the word zombie, followed by 80 million for vampire and 4.5 million for werewolf. Zombie mania has become a phenomenon that even serious institutions are influenced by. This craze has reached the point where even the US Centers for Disease Control, CDC, use this pop culture phenomenon to promote emergency preparedness. The Atlanta branch of the CDC even appeared in the first season of the TV series The Walking Dead, and last year they published a real article on their website titled Preparedness 101 Zombie Apocalypse, explaining to readers how to prepare for a potential zombie attack. It might be useful for you to read this article. An interesting interview with George Romero, the director of Night of the Living Dead, the goddess Ishtar who inspired the world's most famous film. When George Romero made Night of the Living Dead, he mentioned in an interview that he wasn't actually thinking about zombies. Originally, he had envisioned these creatures as ghouls. However, the idea of flesh-eating creatures from Arab folklore came to mind. Meanwhile, the menacing words of the goddess Ishtar also began to shape the concept of the word zombie in his mind, and before long, he made Night of the Living Dead. The ghouls of Arab folklore, unlike those described by Ishtar, are not the dead returned to life or reanimated corpses. Instead, they are a distant form of another type of being. In English, we can refer to them as jinn. Jinn are shapeshifters with various supernatural powers and are often associated with magic and sorcery. However, Arab belief includes both good and evil jinn. A ghoul is, frankly, a malevolent type, though they may sometimes engage in a form of cooperation with humans, despite seeing them as part of their menu. Many ghouls, evil beings, hide in the deserts of Arabia, concealed in remote caves, where they stealthily approach and ambush unfortunate travelers passing by. The female ghoul, or ghula, is very popular in folk tales. She sometimes takes the form of a beautiful woman who marries a man and bears children with him. These ghoul, zombie and werewolf myths trace back to the Epic of Gilgamesh and the tensions between Gilgamesh and the goddess Ishtar. Moreover, the threatening words spoken by Ishtar when she descended to the underworld can also be included in these myths. What were the words Ishtar said to the guardian of the underworld?
O gatekeeper, open your gate for me. Open your gate that I may enter. If you do not open the gate, I will break down the door. I will smash the bolt. I will break down the frame. I will topple the doors. I will raise up the dead so that they devour the living, and the dead will outnumber the living.
Those interested in Mesopotamian culture will have heard the name Ishtar. When Ishtar proposed to Gilgamesh and was rejected, she became very angry and brought various troubles upon our hero. When she descended to the underworld, she left her husband Dumuzi, who never cared for her, in the underworld in her place. Moreover, Ishtar sent demons, given to her husband by the gods, to chase after her unfortunate husband Dumuzi in the underworld. Ishtar is a goddess about whom you can find many writings and legends. The Babylonians called her Ishtar, and the Sumerians called her Inanna. But regardless of the name used, whether Ishtar or Inanna, she was a very cunning and, as described above, an extremely dangerous goddess when she set her mind to something. By the way, Ishtar, also known as Venus, is a goddess of fertility, as well as representing love and war. A people terrified of the dead's haunting. It is useful to know or remember this. The ancient Mesopotamian people were universally terrified of the dead haunting them. They were so afraid of the dead returning as ghosts and harming the living that they would leave food, drink, and weapons at grave sites to protect themselves. Well, after all, as the saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire. And now, as promised, here's the surprise. If you're a fan of supernatural crime thrillers filled with ritual murders, ancient curses, occult mysteries, and unexpected twists, don't miss this special pre-order opportunity. The mystery thriller novel, Angel Diaries, Babylonian Spell is available for pre-order on Amazon KDP for just 99 cents for a limited time. The paperback version will be released on December 5th. Originally traditionally published by Alpha Publishing in Istanbul in 2018, this novel was translated into English in 2022. Who knows, maybe after reading the novel, you might become a sorcerer bender. The link is in the comments. You can now watch a short book trailer at the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing insights.
In an abandoned building, everything began with a body missing half of its form. And this was just the beginning.
In a quiet Mediterranean town, extraordinary murders shatter the peace. Detective Melissa uncovers ancient artifacts and Babylonian curses lurking behind each crime. As their investigation gains momentum, the police department confronts an unthinkable concept: Babylonian spells.